Let's take a look at solving systems of equations by substitution. So we're going to go down to our tab for substitution. Alright, so these are the 7 steps that we have. What you're going to do is you're going to count the midway of your page, which is about 14 lines, draw a line across, and then by this margin draw a line down. So what you've done is you've separated your page into 4 equal parts. You're going to do 4 questions. Okay, so 14 lines is about halfway. Alright, so let's take a look at an example. This is a listening check, circle 3, where it says substitute. It says copy the equations side by side. So these are the 2 equations, 2x plus y equals -1 and -2y plus x equals -3. Then it says after that, pick one of the equation and solve for the other variable. So I'm going to pick this first one, I'm going to solve for y. Okay, or you could pick this other and solve for x, but I'll pick this one and solve for y. So I'm going to move 2x to the side, it's going to become -2x. So we have y equals -2x minus 1. Then it says substitute that answer where you see the variable to the other equation. So where you see y in the other one, you're going to put -2x minus 1. So it starts off -2 and I see y, so I'm going to put -2x minus 1 plus x equals -13. This is a listening check, color in -13. Alright, then it says solve for the unknown variable and put a box around your answer. So go ahead and draw the river. Let's get in the house. Negative times a negative is positive 4x. Negative times a negative is positive 2 plus x equals -13. Combine like terms. 4 plus x is 5x. Take the 2 to the other side, it's going to be -2. So it's going to be tiger meets tiger, more tigers, -15. Divide both sides by 5. You're going to get x is equal to -3. Negative divided by positive is a negative. Go ahead and put a box around it. This is a listening check, color in x equals -3. Pick the easiest looking original equation and plug your answer from step 4. So which one looks easier? The original, which one looks easier? I'm going to pick the one on the left that looks easier. So where I see x, I'm going to put -3. So I write it down, then I go 2 times -3 because I see an x plus y equals -1. Now solve. 2 times -3 is -6 plus y equals -1. Move the -6 to the other side, it becomes +6. So you get y equals tiger meets Trojans. Trojans win by 5. So y equals 5. Then step 7, write down the solutions in x and y. They are the 2 things in the boxes. So x is -3, y is +5. Now check your answer. Plug it back in. So where you see x, plug in -3. Where you see y, plug in 5. And make sure that it balances out to those numbers. And we're good. This is a listening check, color in the coordinates -3, 5, -3, 5. Copy the equation side by side. So we're going to do 4x minus 3y equals 15. And y equals 4x over 3 minus 7. So put a over 3 on that 4x. Alright, so pick the easiest looking equation. So it already has y, so that's the easiest one. So wherever you see y, because that's y equals, you're going to plug it in where you see that y. And I'm going to put the over 3 in just a second. So I got 4x minus 3 and then you see y. So you're going to put 4 over 3, because I remember that I needed to copy it down. 4 over 3x minus 7 equals 15. So for the unknown variable, put a box around your answer. So we've got x we're solving for. So we're going to get in the house. So that's going to be 4x minus 12x over 3. And then positive 21 equals 15. Alright, go ahead and divide 12 divided by 3 is 4, right? So 4x minus 4x plus 21 equals 15. 4x minus 4x is 0x. Move the 21 to the other side, it becomes -21. 15 minus 21 is -6. Alright, so the answer is actually no solution, and the reason why is you can't have 0x equals something. You can't have nothing equals something. Nothing cannot be equal to something. This is a listening check. Put a box around no solution. Put a box around no solution. Okay, so let's take a look at another example. So copy the equation side by side. Pick one equation and put it to the other one. Which one looks easier? So let's do this one on the left. Divide everything by 2 because you're solving for just y. Y equals -x over 2 plus 4 because 8 divided by 2. So you solve for 1. Now everywhere I see y on this other equation, I'm going to plug it in. So substitute that answer where you see the variable into the other equation. So I see y, I'm going to put in this. So I see y right there. So I'm going to put in -x over 2 plus 4. So x plus 2, and then where I see y, put in that. equals 8. Then solve for the unknown variable and box it. So let's get in the house. That's going to be x minus 2x over 2. And then that's going to be plus 8 equals 8. Alright, let's divide. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So x minus 1 plus 8 equals 8. Take 8 to the other side. It's negative 8. It's going to be 0x equals 8 minus 8 is 0. Alright, so this one is actually going to be infinitely many solutions. When you have 0x equals 0, infinitely many solutions. Nothing is equal to nothing, that's possible. So no solution is when you have something equal to a number. Infinitely many solutions, you have nothing is equal to nothing. Alright, so pause the video, copy those two questions down. Which one looks easier? Let's do the left one again. This time let's solve for x. So move that to the other side. So you're going to get x equals 7y minus 2. And anywhere you see x on this other equation, you're going to put that in. Substitute that answer into the other equation. So I'm just going to color it in so that you know what I'm taking. And in the other one, I see it there. So that's where I'm going to put it. So rewrite it. 3 times now the x, which is 7y minus 2, minus y equals 14. Solve for the unknown and box it. Get in the house, 21y minus 6 minus y equals 14. Move that outside, it's going to be positive 6. And then 21y minus y is 20, and 14 plus 6 is also 20. Divide both sides by 20. Y is equal to 1. Box it. This is a listening check. Color in y equals 1. Color in y equals 1. Pick the easiest original answer and put that in. So which one looks easy? I'll just put it in the one on the right. So let's write it down. 3x minus y equals 14. Plug in 1 where you see y. X minus 1 equals 14. Solve for x. So I'll add 1. That's 3x equals 14 plus 1 is 15. Divide both sides by 3. We're going to get x equals 5. So now rewrite it x and y in form of x and y. So x is 5, y is 1. And then plug it back into check. So I see x put 5, so that's 5 minus 7 is negative 2, that's true. 15 minus 1 is 14, that's true. So you can plug it back into check. Alright, so that's it. Let's practice.